Hi everyone, my name is David and you are watching the Album Review channel. Here you will get first listens or revisiting interesting classic albums. I love rock and progressive rock, but I'm really comfortable with all kinds of music genres. New album reviews will be published at noon UK time on Thursdays and classic albums at the same time on a Sunday. That's enough about me. This week it's Hawkwind's new album, Stories from Time and Space. These dudes have released 36 studio albums now, as well as 13 live albums, 17 compilation albums, 8 EPs and 22 singles. That's a shed load of stuff, no questions. I remember their second single, Silver Machine, from 1972, when the great Lemmy Kilmister played bass and eventually sang lead vocals, but that's a story for another day. 52 years later, different dudes and a whole plethora of albums released, but we have a new offering to look into. So that's what I do. And my thoughts and opinions are coming next, as well as my prediction on this album being their last. Stick around for that. The album cover has provoked comments and I agree it's dull. It's a clock face. I have no idea if the time displayed is significant or not, but it's just dull. There's good pictures of the band in the booklet, but this cover is a major turn off for me straight away. The other photography is just so much better. Back panel is great, centerfold is a giant spaceship, just awesome. Now I think it must have taken some design gig exactly 20 seconds to design this cover. No offense intended. Yeah, right. I get what they mean to show, but FFS, how boring is that clock face? Let's move on. The band have had 40 members since 1969. Now, is that some kind of a record? Let me know in the comments below. I don't know. The linchpin has been Dave the Captain Brock, who remains ever present and as an approximately aged 81-year-old needs to be commended for his enthusiasm. As so many others of that age are quite happy sipping hot chocolate at home with slippers and a pipe at the ready, but not our Dave. With Brock, on this one is the talismanic drummer Richard Chadwick, who joined in 1988 after meeting the band via the festival circuit. There's guitarist Magnus Martin, who is also a dab hand on the vocals and keyboards. Talking of the keyboards, Tim Lewis, aka Thais Paul Sandra, brings his own exotic touches to the keys ever since 2021, as does Doug McKinnon, who has also joined at that point. So, I start to listen to this thing, and I'm expecting space rock, but damn, the album opens with the dullest, most miserable track I've heard for a while, and the fact that we have the cover is also dull, and this opening, and I'm ready to quit right away. Put this track somewhere else, put it on a bonus track, or just leave it off. For me, it's a bad start. It's about things coming to an end, and I nearly joined them. Then things look up with the next few tracks as they are what they should be. Space rock tracks, and hey, we're off. The Starship is a wicked track. We're travelling to heaven or some incarnation of it, and it's catchy, got a good pulse to it, and a banging shout out chorus. Add in great synths and guitars. I'm digging this one, it's very catchy. The intro for the next one is a bit long, but it soon gets going with a heavy beat and a great sax in there. I wasn't expecting that, but it makes the track so good. It pauses after about 3 minutes before exploding with a massive synths that drive the beat forward. There are loads of like fight announcements distortedly chanted. What are we going to do while we're here? It's a bit Eastern sounding, but really okay. It's another great piece. Man, that sax. The tracker is about looking to find life from communications by other planets. It's off to a great pace again as the Brock lyrics come in looking for contact. There's a pulsating bass line and some sound effects left over from Oxygen, I think, by Jean-Michel Jarre. There's a strange ending with a spoken word though. Eternal Light is a short little vignette to the next track. It's all very airy and spacey. There's a couple of these on the record. And this takes us through to the next track, Till I Found You. This one's a bit slower and it's a bit Depeche Mode. That's okay for me. It's about searching for a hidden door to unlock our problems. The verses go on a little bit at the same pace, but it's saved by some good keyboards before it morphs into a really rock track with some excellent piano playing along the top of the guitars, which again was a real surprise and very nice. It fades out a bit quickly, but another great track, and the crazy violin and piano at the end are a great treat. We get a couple of short tracks next. Underwater City is an instrumental with a lovely acoustic guitar opening, again very surprising. It's atmospheric, and we are on a great run of music in these last few tracks. Night Sky follows and continues the atmospheric section in the album. It's strong on the synths and makes a beautiful sound. Traveller in Time and Space feels like I'm listening to Bowie's Heroes with that sustained guitar sound. How on earth do they do that? Dave Brock makes the vocals as excitable as he can. That voice does brilliant for an 80-something-year-old. The track deconstructs bit by bit to become a steady sound before we get a brilliant creaky violin added in to rejoin the guitar sound. Again, I was not expecting that. An electric piano continues the sound before it all peters out. It's 7.5 minutes of joy, and I think this is the best track so far. Regenerate starts with some abstract sounds before more assorted space noises and tubular bell sounds are heard in the background. At around 2 minutes, a more kind of Riders of the Storm sound kicks in. It's getting a bit 60s with piano and fuzzy lead at the forefront. It doesn't really do much. It's not bad though, and transitions into a shorter instrumental before a proper track. Well, kind of. Brock starts Frozen in Time off with spoken word before there's a real proggy track that gets going with the strings adding real depth. We finish as we started with a big space feel and effects. Changes into a Floyd-like feel. There's an electric piano and that's very effective and catchy, and the background music continues as a brilliant sound throughout. It's a really good finish. What's my verdict then? At the beginning I said it was 50 years since I'd heard anything by the band, but this was really good in places.
Not this band again. They're always on. Crap! What about some Hawkwind or Marillion?
Soul Survivor Brock delivers lyrics in a manner that suits both his age and the band's musical style. Musicianship is top quality, with all the band very clearly on the ball. Front cover and the first track I can do without, but other than that, it's absolutely fine. Now, at the start of the video, I posed the question of whether this album will be their last, and although it sounds like the band may be calling it a day, in a recent interview though with the Classic Rock Show, Brock confirms that most of the next album is already done and in the can. He said, well, yeah, I mean, we've got an idea, we've got lots of tracks all done. I mean, we just have to polish them up a little bit. I think there's about 40 minutes there, I think. So, keep a lookout for that one moving forward. Talking of keeping a lookout, if you like this video, you should like, share and sub for more of this kind of stuff. I love you and leave you now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Peace out.